All right, everybody. My name is Fausto from CyberTrade University. How's everybody doing this beautiful afternoon? Let me just get a chat back if you guys can hear me loud and clear. Just want to get the chat and see if I look at everything over here. There we go. Perfect. All right. Good. Well, let me tell you, what a great afternoon. Did you see what was happening in the market today? Oh my God, let me just bring up a couple of stocks over here and show what's going on over here. Great movers. Very simple, just a little chart right here. We had the stock RWLK start at 9 o'clock this morning, went from $1.50 all the way to $2.70. Another big winner. This one was up $12. There's some news came out with Amazon with this company, and the pre-market ran from like $12 to $14 up to about $40. CRVS had a nice push going to the close. 9 o'clock this morning was at $5.50. Look at that thing, ran all the way to almost $10, $9.50 to the close. I mean, we can go on and on. This was great going into the close. ENSI 2 o'clock ran from $3.50 all the way to $4.50, and then it ran all the way, and it's still running after hours up to $5.50. LPTX, wow, this thing had a nice push. Great short right at the close. And yeah, this one, another cheap one, 22 to 30, 35. So anyway, this is what we do here at CyberTrade University. Leno said it's been, the market is crazy. Yes, I mean, listen, you know what it is? Every day is an adventure at CyberTrade University. And this is what I'm looking to do. I want to educate all of you here to teach you a little bit about the art of what you're supposed to do in this trading. And then at the end of this presentation, I want to invite every single one of you to see and say, you know what? Could you show it to me, Fausto, live? Because was today an anomaly? No, it's not. It's like this every day. Well, not every day, but most days. Some days are flat, some days are exciting, but you know what? If you want to learn how to play this game, there's no better time. Do it at the most volatile and best time of the year, which is September, October, and November. So let me go over a couple of things really quick and just tell you, make sure a little couple of warnings about our compliance department. Guys, just please keep in mind, this is strictly for educational purposes only. We don't make no guarantees, and it's and no warranties. All right. So you could lose a lot of money trading. It is extremely dangerous. I put the fear in God in you. But you know what? Take it with a grain of salt. I'm only here to kind of educate you and teach you a little bit about what trading's about. And hopefully you like what you see. Maybe you'll move forward with us. But we're not going to make any warranties and guarantees. All right. So before we get started, I'd like to just tell you a little bit about CyberTrade University. Now, just out of curiosity, do we have any students in the room? Just give me a yes. Just write student or S or something quick. Just want to know. Norman, good to see you. Welcome. Damien, good to see you. Jim, good to see you. Doyle. All right, Brian. So we got some students here. Jeff, Renee, good to see you, Renee. Been a while. Larry, Bill, good to see you all. Now, have any of you here are new for the first time? Just want to see how many newbies we have here. Just write, if it's the first time seeing me, the second, 2, 3, 5, 1, first time. New, first time. Okay, welcome, Bill. Wake up, Jonathan. All right, Phil. All right, good. So we got a lot of newbies. Great. Second time, Anthony. All right. Glad to be here. You're more than welcome. I see you, Renee. Second time. Saw you with Tom Busby, great friend of mine. Beautiful. All right. So let me tell you a little about CyberTrade University, and then I'm going to talk about what we're going to learn today, and then I'm going to teach you the style of CyberTrade University, and then hopefully what you'll learn today will really resonate and say, damn, why is that? You know, now is the first time I'm hearing this, because that's what I hear all the time, because I've changed people's lives, and hopefully I can do the same for you. But why do I love teaching, and where does CyberTrade University come from? Well, I started the company about 25 years ago, and I just celebrated my 50th birthday this weekend. I made a milestone. Thank you very much, everybody. And I've been doing it for, I keep looking at my God, I'm like a great grandfather of people. I'm like George Washington, you know, here in the United States when it started. When I started, it was about 1,000 of us. Now there's over, I think they said 25 million traders, people trading every day. So living here in New York, I've learned that there's the financial capital of the world. Now, like people are making so much money trading the market, and you see it even today. People keep talking about it, the stock market, the stock market. Well, when I started, I was a big failure. And what I've learned is that the way you only can be successful is say, you know what, maybe I should take a job as a trader. Maybe I should go out there and do it. Okay. So I went out there, I took a job, didn't like doing that because back then we had to split the profits. But in today's times, you know what? Splitting's better than losing, right? So what I learned on the first day in the job, I should have never made my first trade. And this is what you guys are going to learn today. I didn't know you could monitor brokerage firms. I didn't know you could actually see who's buying and selling the stock. I didn't know you could, have direct access to the market. No wonder why people lose money. And that's what I'm going to show you today. I'm going to show you all these great things, and I'm going to invite all of you to see me live, but more important, not to judge me and say, oh, Fausto's going to talk about himself like every other guru out there on YouTube, whatever. No. I'm going to invite you so you can see the other people if they're making money to do it. That's the key. But the reason why I started CyberTrade University is because I wanted to go on my own, and I wanted to go out there, and I outgrew, working at a prop trading firm. And guess what? When you become a student, you're going to eventually outgrow us, because what we're going to teach you is not some alert service or, something where, we're going to lock you in. You're going to be able to do this forever. Now, here's my parents. I'm actually first generation Italian, and my parents came here straight from Italy. And, the big thing my dad always taught me, he said, son, you want to have a good marriage? Have something you can spend a lot of time with your family, don't try to do something that you don't have to work too hard doing it. And, and try to make something that you can make a lot of money, put your kids through college, everything else. Because my dad had worked about 6 days a week. The only time we ever spent time with my parents, because they both worked, was on Sundays, used to go to church. I don't know if you remember back there, those days, all the stores were not open back then. But you know what? When I grew up, I realized that there's no easier job than to be a trader. So here's my lovely family with my wife, Debbie, my 3 sons, Alex, Max, and Lucas. That's a screen that I was a regular guest at the NASDAQ market, teaching specifically about NASDAQ Total View. At the end of this presentation, we'll actually play that video. So as you guys are registering, you can at least continue to enjoy your event that we're doing today. But I've been married for over 23 years. And some people tell me that's a unicorn. That's almost impossible, But listen, I don't think if it wasn't for trading, I don't think I would probably be where I am today, because I had that luxury to do it. And I want to hopefully do that for you. And it's not only doing that, ladies and gentlemen. I've changed people's lives, as in, you know what? We know Social Security is not going to pay enough. We know that we get older, we see the doctor more. We know that we want someone that we can relate, we can have company with, and do something we both enjoy. And most importantly, we need something that will help us with supplemental income in today's market. So if you're looking for a person that want to show you, hey, look, I made $23,000 today, and rah, look at the new Ferrari I bought, or maybe another Wolf of Wall Street, you're in the wrong room. Okay, that's not me. But if you're looking for somebody that wants to maybe take your kids out for a vacation, pay for it so you don't have to worry about it. Maybe pay for your grandkids' college. Maybe pay for those medical bills that the insurance don't want to cover and don't have to worry about it. Guess what? You're in the right place, because there's no better place to do it than in the market, because it pays a lot of money, but you got to start somewhere. So this is what we're going to learn. I'm going to talk about how to have the best game plan out there to trade. I'm going to talk why students here are confident to buy and sell and short stocks without being nervous. I'm going to show you how we work together like a team. And most importantly, I'm going to cover something that is called level 3 and level 4, which is what we're very well known for. So let's get started. Now, before we do that, I just want to do a poll question just to get to know a little bit about everyone here. And let me launch this poll. And can everybody just tell me in a poll, could you tell me what kind of trader are you? Are you stock trader, options, futures, Forex? Just want to get to know a little bit about everyone in the room. So you guys answer this, and we'll share it with you. All right, as I'm looking over here. All right. So wow, it's pretty cool. So Well, Damon, put it in the chat. Bill, put it in the chat so you can see where you are with everyone else. All right, let me end this poll and share the results. So it looks like we have a lot of stock traders. So let me kind of explain to you. I'm an actual stock trader, a day trader. If you listen, you want to be a good options trader, let me tell you something. It's the movement of stock that makes an option move. You want to be a good options trader? Be a good stock trader first. Believe me, it'll make that much easier. Futures, Forex, listen, this is the way I look at it. If you're doing something more than 60 to 90 days and you're not seeing success out of it or consistency, you might want to change the market or maybe find another mentor. All right. There's a lot of money to be made in this market, but you got to have the right tools. You got to have the right mentor. And you know what? Maybe that's not your style. Maybe that's not your thing. So it's okay to keep looking around, but I'm glad that some of you will sample it. But I'm just warning you, 6 months. I've been talking to people who've been doing for a year, and they said, well, I've been trading futures for a year. I'm like, a year? How the hell are you paying your bills? How are you surviving? So it's okay for a change. So talking about the next best, biggest thing. Let's talk about what happened, like stocks like this one, TAL. This is why I don't hold overnight positions. Stock goes from $20 down to 10, down to 9. By the way, have any of you ever been in that situation? It really stinks, right? This is why day trading people like it. There's no overnight positions. So when it comes to trading, when you have stocks like CRBS, like I showed you earlier, and it goes from, hold on, let me get my pointer here so you guys can follow along. I always forget to bring this, my little red dot. When you have a stock that goes at 11:30, shoots from $6 to about $8 in about an hour, 1,000 shares, I don't know, $2, $2,000, $500,000. Not bad for a day's pay. How about NNVC up 56% today? Yeah, here's a student right here, David S. Gold student. Made a $1.50 on the stock. Not bad, right? Not bad for a middle of the day. Way to go, David. By the way, you'll get to meet David when you come into the trading room. OWRK, Kathleen, diamond student. She made a $1.50. Norman made 13 cents on RWLK on a 2x share, probably like 20,000 shares. Look at that. Stock goes from $1.70 to $2.30. So the thing is this. Norman says it's running after hours. Is it, Norman? Let me look at that. Norman says it's running in the after hours. Well, we're running a little bit. You see right here. You can see it right here. So yeah, we got a little bit of a move right here. 3 o'clock, ran from 230, ran to 260. Not bad. Not bad. We'll take that. So the big thing is knowing how to scan for them, but also be able to follow the big orders and the big money when it comes to it. So this is why 90% of the trailers fail. They don't follow the big money. Now, this is the big thing you have to understand as a trader. When you trade, it's not what you know. The less you know, the better it is. You don't want to know what these companies do. First of all, I don't have no clue what that stock RWLK does other than I know the symbol. Okay, that's all I know. You think I really care? Does it matter what I think? That if it's a good company or a bad company has nothing to do with it. Maybe if I'm a swing trader or an investor. But how many times have you fell in love with a stock and you get a broken heart and you can never come back from that? So you got to know how to play the game. So let's talk about a couple of vehicles out there. First of all, let's talk about something called level 2. Does anyone here have level 2? Anyone here have level 2 quotes? Leon, you got your audio back? Okay, good. All right, now I used to trade on something called level 2. I know they give it for free. And by the way, that's all it's worth. Okay. Level 2, I'll explain to you what it is, and then I'll go hop on over here and I'll show you, why it's really not necessary to have. So let me get my little crayons and do some drawing. All right, here we go. All right, so right here, this is the buyers. Okay, these are the buyers, and these are the sellers. Three columns, 1, 2, and 3. The first column is a 4-letter abbreviation of a brokerage firm or a ECN, like the exchange. The second column tells you the price that they want to buy it for at that exchange or at that brokerage firm. And the third column tells you how many shares. Everything there is multiplied by 100. Whoever wants to buy for the most amount of money is up on top. Whoever wants to sell their shares for the least amount of money is up on top. And it's just basically a big chat room. It's what it is. Whoever wants to buy for the most, whoever wants to buy for less is down at the bottom. That's basically what it is. The problem with this is right here is that it does not show you all the orders. You're basically trading on something called level 1. You're just getting the best buyer and the best seller on the NASDAQ. You're getting the best buyer's bid at the New York Stock Exchange and the best seller in the New York Stock Exchange. But what about all those other people out there? Aren't there other people that want to buy it at different prices? Yes. And you can't see that. So let me erase this, clear all, and let me change the slide. So regarding about stocks that are going up and going down, okay, what is driving them up? What is driving them down? Well, the question I have for everyone is this. Do you have total view? So let me do a poll question, if I can find it. Where do I do my, oh, there it is. So let's stop sharing. And do you have level 3 access? Let's launch this. Let's see how you guys answer this question. If you're a student, please don't answer this question because we all know you have it. Now, the reason why we have students that come here is because, number one, they always come to help endorse and help recruit at CyberTrade University, and we thank you for it. And secondly, they always want to know where were they when they first started, to see who their competition is. And hopefully, you're not going to be their competition. You're going to be an ally to them, and you're going to trade with them. So let me end this poll, and you can see right here that we got about 20% of you that don't have level 3, and you can see how many of you don't. Now, listen, what I'm about to show you right now is going to be extremely depressing, and it's going to be extremely disturbing. What you're about to see is Wall Street's biggest secrets. Now, how do I know that? Because I was a market maker. That's what I did. All right. So let me show you the power of following the money. Now, like I said earlier, I'm going to be playing a video when you guys get registered at the end of this presentation in the next 30 minutes. You're going to watch me do a demonstration on NASDAQ. NASDAQ reached out to me because they found me do a presentation on this. And they're like, my God, Fausto, you have to come and we got to put you in front of the exchange and you got to teach these people how to do it because we're sick and tired of people telling them why they got to use indicators, why they got to use special routing platforms and softwares. This is how the exchange trades. Okay. So here are your buyers. Here are your sellers. Okay. The same thing like level 2, same 3 columns. 1, 2, 3. First column is the amount of orders that are out there. Let's start right. Let me do it here. The bid is the buyers, right? This is the price that you could buy for, $7.07. These are how many shares are out there, and these how many orders make up that share. So everything's being, basically aggregated. All right. Now, you are looking at every single order around the world that are trading on the NASDAQ exchange, like the New York Stock Exchange, like the floor, that are trying to buy GOEV everywhere around the world. So you're seeing every single order. Now, my question to you is this, everyone. What makes stocks go up and down? What drives them up and down? Everybody should be able to answer this question. Exactly. No. It's not news. It's not institutions. It's buyers and sellers. Okay? Supply and demand. Now, everybody's always taught about support and resistance. You cannot have support and resistance unless you have the buyers and sellers out there to make the support and resistance. Now, the problem with support and resistance, they get broken all the time. How do we know they're getting broken? How could we have not known they're going to be broken? Well, because if there was a support level you're hitting, the buyers should be out there at that support level. For example, if you just look at this stock right here and we work our way down, you're probably going to look at this and like, there's a lot of numbers there. I know, but most of those numbers are not necessary. What is necessary is this: 41 orders out there at $7 make up 26,000 shares. You think I really care about the buyer of 800 shares? No. You think I care about the 200 share buyer? No. I care about the next significant buyer down that list. And the same thing goes down here. Where's the next significant buyer? Right here. I'm looking, remember, what makes this support level is this guy, not some Fibonacci or MACD or moving average. It's that buyer. And what makes this resistance levels? Sellers, like this 10,000 share sellers, right there at $17.17, not the guy at 17.08. That's what we teach at CyberTrade University. We look what we call these iceberg orders. That's about thing. Now, let's put this in perspective in a chart. Here you're having a stock, FLDM. It starts this morning at 10, and it comes crashing down all the way down to about $7.50. Now, that's a pretty substantial correction for the stock to go down to the open. That's a lot of money. Actually, if I knew it was going to go that low, you probably would have sold it sooner, right? But let's just look and see the overall picture. After 10 o'clock, from 10, 11, 12, 1 o'clock, almost 2 o'clock, it never wanted to go past 750. Why wouldn't it go past 7? Why not? Why 750? There's only one way to explain it. That was a support level. But with the support levels, you need the buyers first. And when you look over here on level 3, you'll see that there are buyers at 1,800 shares, 200 shares, but right at 1,750, there is a 92,000 share buyer. You're telling me that you're going to question that guy? Yeah, okay, let me know how that works out for you. Okay? Just like, like who are you going to trust? The 200 share sellers, the 100 share sellers, or the 92,000 share buyer? By the way, how many of you here are buying 92,000 share lots of a $7 stock dumping, what is that? Close to about $600,000 on an idea. I don't think too many of you, probably none. And I'm not picking on you. I'm not embarrassing you. I'm not insulting you. So, but somebody did. 16 people did. So why not join them? Then try to question them. How about this? Look at the resistance here. Here's a stock that goes from 21, goes all the way up to $24 at around 9 o'clock. This is a pre-market, right? And then it comes back down to 22, 22.50, but it goes back to 24. And it basically, when the market opened up from 8:45 up until about 10:30, 11 o'clock almost, it never wanted to break 24. Why did it stop at 24? Well, when you look right here, 94,000 shares. Do you really think I'm going to trust a 300 share seller, the 200 share seller, or the 94,000 share seller? Let me explain something to you. This stock is not going to go any higher until that guy cancels or somebody buys it from him. And you know what? I'm not going to wait until that happens. I'd rather wait till it breaks it than hope that it's going to make it. Because guess what? Once it got around this time and it kept testing it and testing it and testing it, you went from 24 down to 23. You know what it is to lose $1 on a stock? Imagine you had 1,000 shares of that stock. $1,000, $250,000 a year. Not really the way you want to go when it comes to trading. All because you didn't follow the big boy. All right, everybody ready to have some fun? Okay, let's have a little test now. I love doing this. All right, so is this stock going up or down? Let me do a launch here. Let's see you guys answer this question. Up or down? Tom, no problem. Nice to see you, and thanks for coming. Well, let's look at this stock right here, Sarah. Just answer this question. Up or down? So if you said the stock is going down, congratulations, you are right. Now, there are 5 people here that said it's going up. 8% of you. First of all, I don't understand what makes you think the stock's going up. The trend is down. It's not a trick question. It's not a trick question. If you think it's a trick question, if you think you're dealing with thieves and liars and losers and scammers, you shouldn't be in this business. All right? They're in every business, in the car business, in the medical industry, in politicians. They're in every business. You just got to know how to play the game. You might not like them, but you sure got to know what they're doing if you're going to be playing with them. So the trend is down. Now, here's the next question. When will it stop? What do we need? I mean, you ever been in a position and you're like, oh my God, what am I going to do? The thing keeps going down. Do I sell it now? Like, oh, I should have sold it 10 minutes later. Is it still going down? Like, what do we need? What do we need? Joe's the only one that can answer this question. Come on, guys, don't be shy. What about you, Bill? Let me start picking names. Brian, Chili, Deborah, Doyle. Come on, Jeff, Joseph, Mike, Larry. What do you think the stocks? What do you need? No, you see, you're wrong, Ali. You don't need support levels. You don't need support levels. There's no such thing of a support level unless you have buyers, right? Very good. Jay-Z, Linda, Janet, you're all right. Now, do you see buyers on a chart? Do you see any buyers on a chart? No. So what do you need a chart for? What do you need a chart for? All right? We're the only place we can find the buyers on level 3. So let's go look where the buyers are in INO. Oh, wow. Holy crap. 219,000 share buyers out there. 73 orders. I don't know about you, but without even thinking or looking at any chart or any indicator, I will definitely put money on it. That's a major support levels. Wouldn't you? I mean, you got 100 share buyers, 400 share. That's a 219,000 share buyer. And by the way, yes, that's real. And number 2, if you don't believe me and think that's fake news, when you come join my trading room, we're going to use your money. I'll find a nice 200,000 share order like that, and we'll put it, and we'll use your money, and we'll see if the guy's real or not. What do you say? All right? Because I always get people to tell me, how do you know that's real? Whatever. Well, you know what? There's one way to find out. We'll use your money, and we'll execute the guy. All right? So there's your support level. Now, look what happened. Stock goes from 1420 all the way down to 1260. It goes right back up to 1380. How is that even possible? Oh, it's very simple. That guy was out there buying it. He wasn't getting executed. So he probably decided to go, maybe I need to fill this order. So maybe I'll just buy it from some sellers. So maybe he's the guy that ran it up. Oh, and that could happen. Because how do stocks go up? Supply and demand. Buyers and sellers. By the way, did I lose anybody? Did I lose anybody yet? Did I lose anyone? Yes or no? Could you imagine? Would I talk for about 15 minutes? Could you imagine if I was able to show you this live in the market? You know, like, I'm not a fan doing PowerPoints because everybody could make a nice, pretty PowerPoint and make it sound great than what it is. But could you imagine if I took you and I showed it to you live and show you people like you engineers, oil and gas guys, border control people, professors at schools, grandmas and grandpas, business owners. I mean, should I go on? Teachers, just like you. This is all we're doing, working together and finding stuff like that. So how about this one? Let's do a poll here. How do I do this? We launch poll. There we go. I'm just learning how. Okay. So is this stock going up or going down? Let's do a poll. I'm starting to get people to get a little question now. They're like, do I really want to say the opposite? All right. So, wow, you guys, it's funny. Now, it looks like now there's more and more people starting to interact in the poll. Let me tell you, that's the way I teach my students. Okay. I get engaged. I get you involved, because part of why people like to be at CyberTrade University is we're one of the very few schools that will actually mentor you, actually coach you, talk to somebody, monitor your journals, tell you what you're doing right and wrong. Wouldn't it be nice to have someone tell you the truth, then lie to you and say, oh, no, it's a good job. Don't worry about it. We'll get him next time. No, listen, I'm very brash. Some people sometimes I'm not a nice guy. I'd be honest with you. Okay. Because I don't like seeing people lose money. You might not like what I say, but you know what? Who would you rather have? A doctor that has good bedside manners, or a guy that's going to get the job done? Right? So, stock's going up. Now, when is it going to stop? Well, look where the buyers are. Look at SPRT. Here's the sellers. Work your way down. Oh, 60,000 share seller at 930. What do you think we're going to do at 930? Buy more? Probably sell it, right? Wouldn't it be nice to take a 30-cent profit? 30 cents on 1,000 shares is $300. What is that, a $60,000 salary? Who doesn't want that job? Oh, but this guy said you could make 5,000. Oh, did you see the cryptocurrency? I heard kids have made $500,000. You know what? Forget about them. All right. Did you make the $500,000? You know what? You have to start somewhere. Make a day's pay. That's it. Just make a day's pay. Be consistent. Because for every home run you hit, you're going to strike out more than others. So, because if you didn't get out, it went from the 330 right back down to the $9. Hey, remember, it could break it, but it's all about following the orders. What happens when an iceberg gets broken through? Okay, let's talk about that. Now, listen, can the stock go past that? Of course it could. Absolutely. Here's an example. Anybody here use time and sales? Look at that. Not too many in the chat room agreeing with me. I am what's called a tape reader. If you ever read my book, I have a book out there. You can buy it on Amazon. It's called How to Beat Market Makers at Their Own Game. Basically, you ever read the old books, old tape readers? I'm a tape reader. So a tape reader looks at all the orders on time and sales, and that is basically a confirmation of where the trades are coming from. So here you have an example of all the buyers and sellers out there. You see green means transactions going off in the ask, red is transactions going on the bid. Why would anybody want to buy a stock, right? Because it's going up. And if all the sellers get executed, what happens? The price goes higher. Duh, time and sales tells you that. So let's look. Did the iceberg get filled? Yes. Here's all your orders. Here is a big order right here at 830. All those orders got filled. Look at that right there. Look at that. Green, 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 green. Stock goes from 930 all the way to 1150 at the end of the day. How beautiful is that? So when you see these iceberg orders, which is what we call them here at CyberTrade University, which are these big block monster orders, listen, somebody can come in there and buy it. That could happen. You know, anybody can come in there. It could happen. Ever sell a house or see someone sell a house like, I want to buy that house, but it's kind of worth about $500,000. The guy's like, oh no, that house sold for 1.5 million. Get that hell out of here. What? That house is not even worth $500,000. Yeah, well, have you seen what's happening in the housing market? They're like, damn, I wish I could sell mine for 1.5 million. You know what I mean? Like, but it's all about supply and demand. And that's what trading's all about. How is this different than level 3? Gary, basically, level 3 is total view, that's what I call it. But guess what, Gary? When you come into the trading room, there's something called level 4, which I'm not going to cover right now. That's breaking news when you come in the trading room. Right now, I'm just trying to teach you the basics of supply and demand. You see, when I showed you those stocks earlier before, those big runners, listen, finding them is easy. The hard part is hitting the button, buying it, and following the orders and not getting greedy. That's the goal about being a good trader. Now, let's talk about the reds. Red. Look at this stock right here. We have a 110,000 share buyer at 1290 right here, right? Look at all those orders. 1,000, 1,900, 4,900, all red. 2,000, 1,900, 5,000, 10,000, 4,000. Man, doesn't take too long for that stock to drop pretty quickly. And sure enough, if you didn't get out, it took about an hour before the guy got filled. But boom, goes from that price of 1,290 all the way down to 1,180, $1,000 like that. Ever happened to you? Sitting there, you're like, oh man, I hope the stock doesn't break this support level. Well, did you see if the buyers getting filled? How many of you here are watching buyers and sellers? How many of you here are watching it? John, you're not. Mike, you're not. Okay, great. Is that Janet? You are. Okay. Damon, you're not. James, you are. Okay. We got a lot of students here. Think about how much smarter and better trading decisions you would make if you were able to see where the orders are. And more importantly, see if they're getting executed. I mean, how much money you would save yourself to just see and have that data. Now, let me explain something to you. When I started at 22 years old, this data I had to pay $1,000 a month for. $1,000. That's like paying $4,000 today. Now you'd be like, right now, anyone interested in signing for $4,000? You know, and there's a few of you here that might do it because you want to make that nice six-figure salary, right? But some of you would be like, yeah, maybe not. How about this? Would you pay $9 for it? Because that's how much it is now. Would you pay when I paid $1,000, would you pay $9 today to get this data? Dave is like, that's a stupid question. Mike, sure you would, right? Sure you would. What could possibly go wrong? That you finally were able to see why a stock broke a support level? You know? All day long, Anthony's saying. There you go. All right. Well, we're going to get there. Now, another question I have here. What chart is easier to read? Chart number 1 or chart number 2? What chart's easier to read? Really? You mean you mean you really don't care about the Bollinger Band, the MACD, the Fibonacci right there, the moving average, the candlestick? You mean you don't need all that stuff? Well, but I tell you what we do need, okay? Just follow the money. Just follow the orders, knowing where the support resistance level is. I would rather take the order book than look at some of this crazy stuff on the left-hand side. But that's what people are teaching. But you know what? Who are the best traders? These guys on the floor, right? Can you tell me, looking around, do you see how many charts you guys see here? How many charts you see on the floor of that exchange? How many? 0. Well, then what the hell are they looking at? Well, you know what? It's kind of coincidental, but these things look a little bit like what I'm showing you right here, right? Aren't these looking like very similar stuff that I'm showing you? I mean, it's all orders. And they're talking to each other. Hey, what are you buying? Oh, I'm selling 50,000. This guy right here said, hey, Bill just sold 50,000 shares of your XYZ. We got to get out too. Oh, and this guy's laughing. He's like, hey, you know what? I'm going to sell it too. Oh, damn, he's selling it. I got to get out too. I mean, this is funny and ridiculous, but I'm serious. This is what goes on the floor. And you have the same technology and you're not going to use it? Come on, fellow traders. You don't got to be a pig. You just got to be a bull and a bear, because we're the ones that eat. Pigs get slaughtered. All right. So how many of you here would like to come and join me in my trading room so I could show you this live in the markets? Great. This is what we're going to do. Before I move on, just want to let everybody know, I've been doing this for 25 years. I'm a 12-time champion at the Money Show Traders Expo. Okay, if you've ever been there, they always have these trader challenges. I beat every single school that I competed against. Actually, I'm not going to be cocky and all, but I should have been a 25-time world champion. Half the people didn't show up because some of these schools, they don't want to embarrass themselves. Because a lot of them are not traders. A lot of them are technicians, mathematicians, whatever it is. CyberTrade University is endorsed by more brokerage firms than any school in the industry. By the way, if you're ever going to learn from someone in the industry, make sure they're endorsed by brokerage firms. These companies like TradeStation, Thinkorswim, NASDAQ, Tastyworks, Schwab, they've done background checks, not only on me, on my staff. You think, how would you like me to do a background check on you before I teach you how to trade? Like, no, I'm not. What do you got to do a background check for? Well, if they're going to go out there and endorse us, they want to make sure that we're not, we have a good reputation at Better Business Bureau, which we have 0 complaints, a very good record on Google, where we got a 5-star rating. And guess what? I'm not looking to break that record, because this is what we do and how we teach people how to trade. So this is what I want to do. I want to invite every one of you to come to the original trading room that I started 25 years ago. And you've seen them pop up everywhere. And believe it or not, some of them are my students, okay? And which is great. And some of my instructors, because eventually you can outgrow CTU, but you got to start somewhere. Listen, if you're doing options, you're doing futures and doing Forex, and you've been doing it for 2-3 months and you're not seeing it, you're being successful at it, maybe it's time to change. All right? A lot of people change. It's a great market. It's a great industry. I know you don't want to quit and go back after COVID and start going back to your day job, if it's even there anymore. Just stick and do the trading. That's it. So come in my trading room. Let me tell you a little bit more about how we do it. This is the schedule we got going on. All right, so we start around 7:30, 8 o'clock in the morning. That's what time the room opens up. This is all Eastern Standard Time. We start scanning the market. We do a live audio broadcast at 9 a.m., which, by the way, we broadcast live on YouTube and Facebook also. Please make sure you subscribe to our channel and like us and friend us, please. We've got a great library of videos there. We start audio commentary at 9:30 for about an hour, because that's all we trade. We'll do a Traders Talk meeting on Tuesdays. We usually stop trading from 10:30 to about 2:30, but we'll still be there all day trading. Some people, different parts of the world, maybe want to come in. We've seen some stocks make some moves in a day, but usually the most volatile time is the first hour and the last hour. At 2:30, we do another audio commentary, which once again, we broadcast on YouTube and Facebook Live too. But you'll see, this is our schedule you're going to get for the whole week. So I want you to come for a whole week, okay? Now, this is what we charge. $9. That's it. $9. And if you're not happy, I'll give you, it's a money back guarantee, $9 back. Now, why would we do it for $9? Some people ask me, why don't you do it for free? I mean, well, how are you making money? Because you know what? We feel like we want to make sure you're a real person. We know you say who you are. That's about it. And by the way, we're not going to scam you. We're not going to hit you with a fee and start after the 7 days. You're going to pay $149 or $500, whatever it is. If you don't want to continue with CyberTrade University, that's fine. I don't need your $9. Okay. I'm looking for traders I could train. The $9 is to prove to you what I've taught you today, so you can get in my trading room and to give you access, so you can talk, so you can see the professionalism of our staff, the customer service, and be able to see how we can teach you how to think for yourself. But most importantly, how to find those orders. So before you discriminate and say, I heard every people lose money day trading. You know what? You haven't seen that until you stepped in my room. Make that last call, make that $9, click on that link right now, and we'll get you registered. Now, as a bonus, this is what you're going to get. You're going to get the live trading room. You're going to get access from 7:45 to 4:30 all day long. You're going to get a daily watch list that I actually put out and some of my instructors. You're going to get a weekly workshop that's $149. You're going to get 3 pro workshops that you're going to get that's a $599 value. That's all included. You're going to get Traders Talk archives. It's a $1,000 value. That's included. And as a bonus, if you register now, the first 20 people will even get a personal coaching class from me, all for a stinking $9. Yeah. Because I'm looking for people I could trade that I can make tens of thousands of dollars with. So if you feel that you're sick and tired chasing people around, trying to find that guru, if you're sick and tired buying the next program that all they're doing is giving you, alerts, if you're sick and tired of that and you say, you know what, maybe could someone teach me how to think for myself? Well, here's your opportunity to do it. So click on there, $9, you got the link and get registered. Charlie has a good question. Does this technically only apply to day trading? No, it doesn't. I also do some swing trading and investing. Let me explain something to you. It's what happens over the course of the day, which trickles into a swing trade. You might be in a position right now and maybe it's on a downtrend or maybe it's closing at the lows. If you don't follow those orders, you can wake up the next morning, stock could be down 50%. 50% could be your whole IRA savings. You don't want to do that. So it's only $9. Johnny, that's a great question. What is the cost after the trial? 0. If you don't want to move forward with CTU, we're not going to charge you a single penny. You don't want to be there, we don't want you there. Okay? This is basically an application. Once you take this $9 trial, we are actually going to interview you. And we're going to see if you're a right fit for us. You have to understand something, Johnny. We don't teach everybody. You know why? Because a lot of people in here really don't qualify. And you're not going to know if you qualify until you get into the room. Let me explain something to you. You get into this trading room, you're not going to find 3,000-4,000 people. I could have 10,000 people if I wanted to. I don't want them. You don't want to be in there. It looks great, but who's going to help you? Who's going to coach you? Okay, this is a job interview. When you fill out this $9 trial, at the next page, there's going to be a questionnaire. You need to tell us a little bit about you. Who is your broker? Who trained you? What kind of trading you do? Because we're going to call you and we're going to qualify you because we need to make sure. We don't want you to hurt yourself. All right? We're not going to force you to do something which you don't want to do. And you know what? If I get you in the room, if you don't look teachable, why get you in there? And that's not a bad thing, but it all starts with $9. Joe says, can I use level 3 to trade the futures like the S&P minis? Yes, you can. Not the futures, though, the S&Ps you can. But the thing is this, why would you trade the S&Ps? There's so many other stocks that are just less risk, more reward. You saw some of the stocks that we traded up 50%, 100%. The S&P futures weren't up 50% today. You understand? Are you here to trade the S&P futures or are you here to make money? But before I, pop your bubble, okay, come in the room for $9. We'll go from there. Nika has a question. Do we have to purchase the third level feed separately? What's the cost of the timing and the trading platform? Nika, listen, please, no one buy nothing. I'm not going to tell you where to buy it. I don't want you to buy it. You're going to do more harm than good. Let me teach you first, and then we'll worry about that later. Okay? Deborah has a question. I just took advantage of this 1 week. Great education learned. Thank you very much. Look forward to diving into the info. Well, Deborah, thank you very much. And I hope you learned a lot. I mean, listen, we had a great day today too, but it only gets good. So I'm glad you learned a lot. Make sure you dive into it. But most importantly, Deborah, make sure you work with your education advisor so he can walk you through it and tell you what's going on. And then hopefully, you know, we'll be a part of our family and go from there. Jeffrey has a question. Jeffrey's talking to, is one of the education advisors talking to one of the students. Damon has a question. Can you overcome the PTD day trading rule if you have a small account? You can't get around the PDT rule, which is the pattern day trading rule, but I wouldn't worry about that right now. You could still trade with a small account, what we're teaching with you, just not as aggressively. Tony, can I join now and start the 1 week trial on Monday? I'm on vacation. Okay, well, Terry, absolutely. You're not going to start. I mean, I recommend you start right away, but yeah, you can't get into the trading room until you activate it with your instructor. So with your education advisor. So you tell them when you want to start it, we'll get you activated to start then. And I do recommend you always start on a Monday too. Anthony, you trade up. Yeah, I got a lot of people that registered right here. I'll just show you right here. You could basically see it. Here's all the people that just registered. We got James. Is that you, James? I just got your registration. Patrice just got your registration. These are all the people just registering right now. I don't want anybody to read anyone's names on it, but you got all these people registering. Anthony got your registration. Darlene got your registration. Kevin got your registration. Anthony, you do a lot of Forex trading. Is that what you're doing? Okay, good. Rajam, I got yours. You do more option trading. Okay, good. No problem, James. Listen, you haven't seen nothing yet. Zero. When you get into the trading room, you're going to see why CyberTrade University is the leading educator in the market. And that's why we've been in business for 25 years, which is unheard of. Unheard of. Larry, great to see you. I hope you're having a good time, Larry. Larry's one of our long-term students, Gary. Larry, and thanks for being here. Appreciate it. All right. Any other questions? I think we're almost full with the coaching classes. Listen, there was over 150 people in here. We only allocate so many people I can do a coaching. You're still going to get a coaching session with one of these instructors to ask questions. My time's very valuable. I can only spend so much time with someone to talk to them because we have so many people that register at one time. But that's great. Any other questions? We just answered Mike. He's asking about can we start at a later time? Marzina, you're more than welcome. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Just give a couple of more shout outs. Donald from Chicago got your registration. Welcome aboard. Lucy from New York got your registration. Welcome aboard. Leslie from Ohio got your registration. Remember, fellow traders, when you fill out the registration, when you register, please make sure you fill out that questionnaire. It is very critical. We know a little bit about who you are, where you came from, and how you learn. Lenny, how many people are in the room, in the trading room? Well, we range between about 150 to 300, but we have about maybe 500 to 1,000 traders. Some people just work 2 days a week. And I would say about 80, 90% of them, we don't even let them in the room. A lot of people don't qualify. Yes, you could start Monday. Absolutely. You can start Monday. Just tell your education advisor, Rand, that you want to do that. Kevin just got you filled out your form. I see that. Michael, I see that you took your form. Michael took a bunch of education people. Great. I love people that take education people, because listen, sometimes it takes a couple of people before you actually find the right person to train you. Janet just got yours. That's my mother-in-law's name. Great name. Do you trade pre-market? Absolutely. It's one of our biggest things that we teach. Did you not look at this chart right here? I was showing you this right here. At 7:30, we start right around here. Right at 7:30. Absolutely. Absolutely. We follow the block trading. You're going to see that when you're in the trading room. All right, guys, listen, don't go anywhere, okay? Because what we're going to do next is I'm going to play a video of me doing another live demonstration on the floor of the NASDAQ exchange. This was right when COVID hit, okay? You're going to see some of the biggest and the most well-known, the virus stocks, when they started making these huge runs, like Pfizer, then Mindura, all those stocks that made big rig runs. And you're going to see it. So don't go anywhere. And you're going to see how level 3 actually made these stocks run. And you're going to see why you're very happy to be part of the team. And because remember, there's always new ones every day, but see the truth, how it works first. So don't go anywhere. And thank you very much for being here. I look forward to teaching every one of you. And if you don't move forward, CTU, listen, I'm not going to take it personal. Just do yourself a favor. Go out there, make sure you listen, make sure you get endorsements from a person, but you have to learn before you can earn. Don't go out there and think you're going to be able to watch YouTube and be able to say, oh, let me go out there and do it on my own. You want to go do it, go right ahead. After you do that 15, 17 diet, we all know how it's going to end up. You're going to have to hire a personal trainer. You have to hire, a nutritionist. It's the only way you're going to lose weight. You want to do the same model for the stock market, you're going to have to learn from somebody. So go out there and do your homework. And if you move, hopefully you move forward, see you down the road. But thanks for watching, everybody. So don't go anywhere. Enjoy the video. And I look forward to seeing everyone up registered in the trading room tomorrow morning, or if not, whenever you're ready to. Okay, just lock in your rate now before they sell out. Happy trading, everybody. Enjoy your rest of your year.